Hello Wonderland, Kelly here. It's been a while since I did a backyard birding video. It's been a while since I did any video, to tell you the truth. It's been too hot. I've been working on cars. It has not been a fun few weeks. But this weekend, it's a Sunday, the weather is glorious, overcast, which is actually good for photography, right? And I want to say unseasonably cool. It's probably around 80 Fahrenheit, which for early August is pretty decent. So I've come to the backyard, obviously, packing the R5 Mark II and the 200 to 800, and the chickens are pecking my feet. And I'm set up, I don't think you can see it in the frame, but my hummingbird feeder is right there, maybe 20 feet away. So I'm trying to get some hummingbird shots, and I thought a quick little hummingbird photography video might be interesting if you happen to have hummingbirds where you live. So let's do that. Hello, chickens. Yes, we got rid of their run, which was pretty ugly. So now they just have the coop. But anyway, flipping around here. All right, so here is my camera setup. I am on my gimbal. On the 200 to 800, I've got a pretty big Arca Swiss plate that I got for it, which I like a lot. I'm pretty sure I talked about this, but on this lens, this foot and ring collar are quote-unquote unremovable. There is a little circular plate that I think you can pry off, and there's probably a set screw in there, and you could remove it that way. But it's not designed to be easily removable, and that's okay, because it's a big lens and it kind of needs a handle, and I like that. But this Arca Swiss plate that I have on here, the idea on a gimbal is it should be balanced. So if I loosen that, you can see that is not balanced. So hopefully I can do this one-handed. I am dialed in. Oh, I should mention that too. It's the 200 to 800, but I've got it set at 600 millimeters right now. And that's because that is the point where it transitions from f8 to f9. And I'm thinking that extra third of a stop might help. So if I loosen my Swiss plate, sorry, I'm trying not to let the camera fall. I can slide this forward, see what I'm talking about? And get it to where it is more or less balanced, like that. Then I can tighten back down, and I'm good around the gimbal's point of rotation. And then when I've got it dialed in, and I'm doing this with the LCD screen here, fire that up. You probably can't see a thing, but if I find the feeder, which is here, then I can dial that, clamp that down, more or less, and get the feeder right where I want it. Again, I'm trying to do this one-handed, and it's not working very well. As I hear a chickadee laughing at me. Thanks, chickadee. I appreciate that. Can I get to where you can see the screen? There we are. Okay, and my head. Great. Love it. I've got this set to turn off pretty quick, apparently. All right, but the idea is, yeah, I want to focus there. I am on FV mode, as you can hopefully see here. Try to block the reflections a bit with my body. So yes, FV mode. Got my shutter speed right now at 1/1250th. I'm going to go to 1/1600th. I'm at f8, like I said, and no exposure compensation dialed in, and my ISO is auto. So right now, this frame is giving me 25,600 ISO. Bit on the high side, but there comes a hummingbird. Ooh, I'm going to snap off a few. 1600 should give me some decent freeze frame action on the wings. So if I review those, yeah, see, I'm in high-speed shutter mode, of course. And you can kind of see, hopefully, what's happening there. I didn't get a look to see if that was the male or the female. I've had both coming this afternoon. And the males are kind of territorial. These are ruby-throated hummingbirds. But yeah, the males kind of stake out a spot near the feeder, and then they'll chase off anybody who comes to use it. So kind of jerks, but they're so cute. Okay, so what am I thinking? The other thing I want to mention, you'll notice, I'm sure, that I've got my tripod set fairly short, looking down at the camera. And the idea there is, if I look over here at the feeder, I don't want to get the fence, obviously, and I want to get kind of the dark background behind there, like over there, like that. And that way the hummingbird really pops against the background. Yeah, so that's why I'm at the level that I'm at. Okay. So the other requirement, of course, is patience. They kind of come and go. Like I said, the male now and then will kind of set up shop and hang out on the branch right above the feeder there. He's not there currently. When that happens, I can take the camera off the gimbal pretty quick with the Arca Swiss and go handheld and turn the shutter speed down if he's just perched on a branch. That gives me some nice cleaner shots with lower ISO, which is nice. But when they're in flight, those wings move real fast. You don't want to be less than, I like to do 1/2000th if the lighting permits. But if I'm already at ISO 25/600 at 1/1600th, might even dial that down to 1/1000th of a second. That'll blur the wings, but it shouldn't be too bad. Now, obviously, with the wings moving as fast as they do, rolling shutter can be an issue depending on your camera. R5 Mark II is pretty quick with the readout speed, so that hopefully should not be an issue. I could switch to mechanical shutter, electronic first curtain. I'm in electronic, but I think I should be okay on this camera. If you're doing like the R7, you probably want to go electronic first curtain, and that'll reduce your frame rate a little bit, but it'll also reduce the rolling shutter, so you want that. Okay, so now I'm going to hang out a little bit, see who shows up. Not seeing a whole lot else other than the hummingbirds. It's that chickadee. I did see a goldfinch earlier, and they're pretty this time of year, so maybe I can get some shots of those. But yes, I'm going to hang out, shoot a little bit, and show you what we come up with. One thing I should mention too, with this particular species, and I'm sure some others, but the difference between the males and the females is that the males have the ruby throat, that is the namesake of the bird. But it's only ruby in certain conditions. The light has to hit it just right. The feathers, nanostructures, some kind of iridescence, I don't know what's going on, but it looks black until they turn a certain way or the light hits it in a certain direction, and then it lights up with that bright ruby. So hopefully I'm getting some of those. When he was up on the branch, I think I got some decent ones, at least a little bit of red. He was kind of preening and posing a little bit. I don't think I got too many of those, but yeah, once in a while he would turn the right way and the light would hit him and that throat would light up. So hopefully I got some of those. The females just have kind of a white, little bit speckled, but not ruby. Okay, onward. And another fun shot you can get, particularly with this kind of feeder it's glass and fairly, narrow and tall. Once in a while, and I'm kind of oriented, it's got 4 flower feeder ports. I'm lined up with one, which means there's one on the direct opposite side. And once in a while, if the hummingbird drinks out of that other side, you can get them through the nectar, sugar water, and it creates a neat effect. I tried to get one of those earlier. I'll see if it came out, but yeah, things have to kind of line up. They have to pick the right port to drink from, and you've got to be at the right angle, but that's fun. There's one. Yeah, he's on the other side. That might be good. If that edit's okay. That's the male. With his wings sticking out on either side. Oh, that's great. Okay. And the male just perched, so... Oh. I think I spooked it by talking too loud. Sorry, buddy. But hopefully he'll be back. And I didn't mention, for focusing, I'm set to zone autofocus, which basically around the center, so around the part of the hummingbird feeder that I'm interested in, with tracking enabled and servo, naturally. So, and animal detection. So it's finding the birds pretty well. Since I'm set up this way with the dark background and the bird out front, that it helps. But I think the R5 II hopefully would not have a problem anyway. And I have pre-capture enabled, but I'm not really using it, at least not on purpose. Once the birds come in, focus, snap, few shots, and you should be good. It's not like I'm waiting for them to, they're not on a perch and I'm waiting for them to take off, you know what I mean? All right. They seem to be coming less, or they don't like me here. So I'll give it a few more minutes, and then I think I'm satisfied. Speaking of pre-capture, I am hoping to use that more going forward, now that the latest firmware for the R5 II has added the ability to dial in how many pre-capture frames the camera captures. It defaulted to 15, which was kind of a lot. In my mind, I don't like to cull that many images. So now you can dial it anywhere from, I think, 1 to 15. I don't think you can go above 15. But I'm thinking 5, 6, that should be good for me. Very pleasant evening out here. But the hummingbirds are coming a bit less, and the bugs have started to find me, and it's dinner time. So I'm going to call this a video. This was probably fairly short, but hopefully interesting. I think I got some good shots to share. Probably just shared them. Yeah. Haven't been shooting much lately. Haven't been filming much lately. This is my new Pocket 3, which thankfully DJI sent me pretty quickly. Once I sent them the one that got wet. No muss, no fuss. Paid like 35 bucks, and I've got a brand new one, as far as I can tell. And hopefully this video shows that it works well. So yeah, looking forward to getting back out there. Hopefully the weather will start turning cooler more regularly. And that's what I enjoy. We'll have some fall color coming up. I've got my Florida trip for Halloween Horror Nights coming up in a few weeks. Have some exciting content coming. So, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing and all that good YouTube stuff. And comments. Comments are always welcome. Any questions? Just to say hi? Whatever. You know I love that. And until next time, be good to yourself. Take care of each other. Don't forget to be awesome. Get out and wander. Even if it's in your backyard. Later.